Too many gardeners unknowingly waste money every season hauling in bags of lifeless, sterile dirt that can never truly nourish plants on its own. The truth is, soil is not meant to be dead matter. It is supposed to be alive, breathing, and teeming with billions of microorganisms working around the clock to feed your plants naturally. Once you understand how to build living soil, you'll never go back to buying dead dirt again, because your garden will have everything it needs to thrive without constant chemical inputs or expensive store-bought solutions. What makes soil alive? Living soil is not just about sand, silt, and clay. It's about the network of bacteria, fungi, protozoa, earthworms, and beneficial insects that create a balanced underground ecosystem. This community works in harmony to break down organic matter into nutrients your plants can use. Fungal hyphae extend like underground roots, carrying nutrients across distances, while bacteria fix nitrogen and recycle minerals. Earthworms and beetles keep soil loose and aerated. Instead of you doing the heavy lifting with fertilizer, the soil life does it for you. That is the secret of permaculture, working with nature instead of against it. Why bagged soil is dead. Commercial bags of dirt may look rich and dark, but most of them are little more than shredded wood, peat moss, or composted material stripped of life through sterilization and packaging. They may give your plants a boost at first, but without the living soil food web, they collapse quickly, requiring you to add fertilizer again and again. This cycle costs you money and leaves your plants weaker in the long run. Start with organic matter. The foundation of living soil is organic matter. Fallen leaves, grass clippings, garden waste, kitchen scraps, and manure all break down into humus, which fuels microbial life. The more diverse your organic inputs, the stronger your soil becomes. Instead of throwing away yard waste, use it to build your soil's future. A simple layering system, carbon-rich materials like dry leaves alternating with nitrogen-rich material like green grass, creates a perfect balance for decomposition. This is where permaculture shines. You are cycling waste into resources. Feed the soil, not the plant. When you build living soil, you really shift your mindset. Instead of asking, what fertilizer should I give this plant? You start to ask, what does my soil need to stay alive? Because honestly, if the soil is alive and balanced, it'll feed your plants automatically. This kind of approach just eliminates that roller coaster of adding chemicals one week and then dealing with deficiencies the next. You're no longer just a gardener, you're really the steward of an underground farm where trillions of helpers work for free. The power of mulching, folks, can't be overstated. One of the fastest ways to protect and feed your soil is mulching. Covering bare ground with straw, shredded leaves, or wood chips. Well, it mimics what happens in a forest, where nothing is ever left bare. Mulch prevents erosion, locks in moisture, moderates temperature, and, as it breaks down, becomes food for microbes. Over time, that mulch transforms into humus, which is the richest form of soil organic matter. Brewing a microbial feast is a great way to jumpstart life in poor or compacted soil. If your soil is struggling, you can really give it a boost with a microbial brew. One powerful and proven method is making a simple compost tea. Here's a reliable formula. Take 5 gallons of clean, non-chlorinated water. Add 2 cups of finished compost, 2 tablespoons of unsulfured molasses, and 1 tablespoon of liquid seaweed. Place the mixture in a bucket and aerate it with an aquarium pump for 24 hours. Once it's brewed, dilute it with an equal amount of water, a 1-to-1 ratio, and drench your soil or use it as a foliar spray. This delivers billions of beneficial microbes directly to your soil and plants. Another permaculture secret is planting green manures and cover crops. Plants like clover, vetch, or rye fix nitrogen, break up compacted soil with their roots, and add massive amounts of organic matter when cut back and dropped in place. Instead of pulling them out, you just chop and drop them as mulch, feeding the soil life directly where it's needed. This cycle creates self-sustaining fertility year after year. Worms are the master soil builders. Adding a worm bin to your garden routine ensures a steady supply of worm castings, one of the richest microbe-packed soil conditioners on Earth. A handful of worm castings sprinkled around your plants delivers long-lasting nutrition and inoculates the soil with powerful life forms. Worms in your garden beds also aerate the soil, break down organic matter, and leave behind trails of fertility. Living soil thrives when it is moist but not waterlogged. Overwatering drives out oxygen, killing microbes, while underwatering dries them out. A healthy soil structure, built from organic matter and worm activity, holds moisture like a sponge and releases it slowly. Mulch further helps regulate this balance. Think of watering not as feeding plants, but as hydrating the underground community that supports them. Unlike chemical fertilizers which burn out quickly, living soil builds year after year. Each season, your soil gets richer, darker, and more fertile. Plants become stronger, more resistant to pests, and more productive. You spend less money, less time hauling in amendments, and more time harvesting abundance. Best of all, you're building a system that sustains itself, just as nature intended. If you've been buying bagged soil year after year, it's time to break that cycle. Start feeding your soil life, and it will reward you with unstoppable fertility. Stop treating your garden like a factory and start treating it like a living ecosystem. This is the heart of permaculture, and once you experience it, you'll never look back. So, my friends, let's build gardens that feed themselves, soils that grow stronger every season, and harvests that overflow without constant store-bought fixes. If this guide gave you value, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, share it with your gardening friends, and help spread the word, because living soil is the future of gardening.